guys, welcome to Random Thoughts Thursday. So a couple things today. First of all, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what is going to happen with Random Thoughts Thursday in my off season, as I'll call it. So I started Random Thoughts Thursday because I felt like there was too much in my Tuesday videos for me to cram in there, and so I wanted to have another video to add in kind of to offset that and do the, how-to things and answer the questions that I often get asked. So that's what I started Random Thoughts Thursday for. Now I'm at the point where I feel like I'm digging to try and find things to share with you guys. And I do have some really exciting interviews coming up, however, they haven't materialized yet. So what I'm gonna do with Random Thoughts Thursdays for the off season and kind of reassess after the winter is I'm gonna do them every second Thursday. So I feel like it's better for me to do them every second Thursday and be able to get kind of a good quality content video for you versus just making a video to have a Thursday video. So I know some people are gonna be sad about that, but I just really think that if I can create better videos for you every 2 weeks instead of just trying to throw one together really quick for the sake of making a Thursday video, I think we're better off with that. So for the meantime, now I'm gonna give you this one. Next week will be a week off, and then the following week I will do another Random Thoughts Thursday again. Okay, so I felt like I've tried absolutely everything with Grinchy when she was giving me some trouble going in the gait. And so I'm gonna share with you the things that I did and the things that have helped other people that I know. Again, I'm not an expert in this area by any means. I just would like to share with you my personal experience and what has worked for me. Number one, saddle fit. This shouldn't be the end-all be-all thing, but some horses are going to be really sensitive and maybe your saddle is really ill-fitting. If it's a little bit off, it probably isn't the issue. However, if you have a saddle that's pinching them or not fitting them or something's bugging them with the saddle, they're going to think, every time I go in that gait, my back hurts. I encourage you to get them worked on by a chiropractor, a massage therapist, someone with a MagnaWave or a VitaVet Lite, all of those things, because they can have general body soreness, like all of us do. They're athletes. So make sure that those horses get worked on to take away any ache and pain they might have. Okay, so what I think is probably the most important thing is finding a vet that you trust and you believe in and having them work with you on this and check out your horse. So there's a few different things that we checked for with my vet, and I'm gonna share those with you now. A huge thing in barrel horses is ulcers. There's a lot of things that you can do for ulcers, a lot of different natural remedies, that kind of thing. But if your horse does have ulcers, the only thing known to cure them is gonna be omeprazole, and that comes in the form of Gastrogard, which is very expensive. So it is 100% worth it if your horse has extreme ulcers. But if you're just looking to manage the ulcers, there's kind of off-brands or compounded omeprazole that are a little bit at a lower price point. Talk to your vet about that. All of mine get omeprazole when we travel and when I'm competing as a preventative because ulcers are so common in barrel horses. So I find I just like to do it for the peace of mind to know that mine are always going to be prevented from having ulcers. Okay, so something else to talk to your vet about and something that's very important is bleeding. So some of you might not know what that is, and basically how I had it explained to me is that a horse can run so hard that they actually bleed in their lungs. The capillaries burst and they will bleed from the inside. So the thing with bleeding is that I did a lot of research on this and a lot of reading, and the American Medical Veterinary Association says that about 80% of race horses bleed, and there hasn't been quite as much testing on quarter horses. However, with the testing that they've done, it shows that at least 50% of quarter horses bleed in race. So the thing is the way that we ask these horses to run, bleeding is such a common thing, and I think that it's such an easy thing to take care of. Talk to your vet about it. The thing to remember too with the horse that bleeds is that you don't have to see blood coming out of their nostrils for them to be bleeding on the inside. So there's a few different ways to diagnose it, or you can just treat it preventatively, but talk to your vet about your horse bleeding. I've learned this is a huge thing. If your horse is not wanting to go on the gate, or if they're shutting down, or if there's certain things that they're doing, there's a lot of signs that a horse will show you that they're bleeding. Talk to your vet about that. And last but not least, talk to the vet again. I know this sounds expensive, but we have barrel horses, they're expensive. So the other thing to talk to your vet about is my horse sore anywhere in a joint that might need an injection? So injections are kind of a touchy subject, but I do think personally that if a horse needs something injected for, if they're lacking the joint fluid and it's causing them pain, it's worthwhile. You can also talk to the vet, maybe they don't need an injection, but there's different systemic things we can do like Legend or Equine shots to help with kind of overall body soreness. Or maybe they just need something like a supplement to help with the joint pain. So if it's just minor, that might be something to consider as well. Especially if you have an older horse too, there's something that they're gonna need a little bit more maintenance. So talk to your vet about that as well. Okay, so my biggest things that I learned about a horse with a gait issue: find out why they have the gait issue, but some good things to try. Saddle fit needs to be checked. Talk to an equine therapist, a massage therapist, chiropractor, that kind of thing, and then go and see your vet. And I think that's the most important thing. But find a vet that you trust and that you believe in and get them to help you. Well, thanks for watching, you guys. I appreciate it. So, like I said before, I'm not an expert by any means, but I'm just sharing with you my experience and what I've learned with my horse. So I hope that was somewhat helpful for you as well. And thank you for watching Random Thoughts Thursdays. I will see you in 2 weeks for the next Random Thoughts Thursday.